I don't know if you have heard the rumor that um, Obama and his wife probably may be having issue.
Yes, it's in the public space. There were rumors that they are heading for divorce, and Obama came out to do a kind of show with the wife to dispel those rumors.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know. I want to ask you. I actually wanted to have an experienced woman in our midst for this topic, but I couldn't find somebody that we can have this conversation with. They've spent it, but they've had about 30 years they are about 30 years in marriage now. Now let's first of all we'll come back to that because that is even more important. We'll come back to their status as the former first family rather. Let's talk about the marriage, the fabric of marriage as an institution. Now they have spent about 30 years in marriage. Can you, at your age, of course, you should have an idea as a man, as an elderly man, person as well. Um, can you actually speak to the reason why a couple will call it a quit after 30 years in marriage? Because this is not the first. We've had it over and over again, or whatever. We've had situations where you hear couples after 20 years, after 30 years, they divorced or whatever. Barrister, honestly, I've wanted to have this issue. I really want to treat this issue in an in-depth manner, but I've not found a real a lady, a really experienced woman that can actually articulate on that we can actually rub minds together to actually find out the possible reasons behind such decision. Because what could it be? I have my own excuse me. I have my own permutations. There's no doubt about that. I have my own opinions, things I think could be the reason. Barrister, what do you think could be the reason behind this, for God's sake? When you talk, we need brief this thing, then we'll talk about or the Obamas as celebrities and public figure.
When you talk about divorce in a marriage, remember, first and foremost, a woman is a woman throughout the world, whether in Nigeria, whether in US, or whether in China.
Absolutely.
And what a woman likes or dislikes cannot be put in a straitjacket. It can range from even the smallest thing to the highest. It can range from small issues of disagreement in the house to cheating. It's difficult to put a handle. List these are the reasons that a woman will file for divorce. Men are more predictable. But if you look back, you will hear even Michelle Obama herself. I said that in the course of the marriage, I think for a period of about 10 years, he could not stand her husband. If you
Yes.
remember, she said so.
Yeah. Yeah.
For a period of about 10 years, she could not stand the husband. They were, Obama was a chain smoker and other
Yes.
things. All these things they came up. So 30 years of marriage, there's always in a marriage, there's always a point of inflection where either party, either husband or wife, will feel like uh, going their separate ways. I have handled a few divorce cases. It's not what I want. I have never liked the practice of handling divorce, but I have handled some of them. And if you see or hear the reasons they went for divorce, you will not believe it. I'll just give you an example. A woman and a man who were married for over 40 years, their children were well grown up, graduated. In fact, the last daughter graduated from Dubai a long time ago. The woman was working as a manager in breweries. The husband was working as a manager in refinery, NMPC. Both of them retired. As a matter of fact, the woman terminal benefits were more than that of the man from her employment. But she insisted when the man collected his terminal benefits, she insisted that the man must give her a part of his terminal benefits, even though her own money was more than that of the husband. And because the husband refused, she filed for divorce.
What?
That for this reason
Are you
alone,
serious?
I'm just telling you what I have, a case I handled personally.
My God.
I brought the woman, I said, Madam, look at your grown up children, both male and female. At your age, you are 60 something. What are you looking for in divorce? He said that the man must give her money from, because
Wow.
she was with him throughout until he retired. He helped him along the way, taking care of the home and this thing. He retired, he got his benefit. He must share the benefits with her. And I say, what about your own benefits that are even more than the man? That is just to show you that when it comes to divorce, not you cannot put your hand on just one thing and say, for so many things in every marriage, that time comes when you think. Some people grow over it. Sometimes it does not work, and even at whatever age, people divorce. The story of this is in America, a couple of 80 something years, husband 90, the wife 80 something. And the husband now came to realize, the wife now confessed that about 40 something years ago she cheated.
What?
And the man filed for divorce. Have you heard of that?
My God.
40 something years ago,
After 40
the
years
man is in his 90,
of
the
cheating.
woman is almost 87. When you hear that, you just cannot understand.
All right.
Then of course you might consider the children. Maybe there are a lot of things you will not know sitting here. What has happened?
Okay.
I believe you are aware of rumors that have also been going on that Michelle Obama was born a man.
Yes,
I
of
don't
course.
know
That's old. Yeah, of course.
if you have heard those rumors, which means that the children, both Malia and this thing,
Yeah, okay.
they
Now let's come back to the Obamas. Let's come back to the Obamas. Now, yes, my point is that that theory actually I've over the years, not today, even when Obama was the president, we've read all those. I've read some researches and whatever, some really journals, really reputable journals have taken up. There is this conservative journal that actually detailed how this man, they gave series of proofs, and that one proof to the other or whatever, how truly Michelle Obama actually was born a man, a sort of. So but my problem, you see why I had my that question mark, why I could have accepted that theory hook, line, and sinker. But for the fact that the children, the two girls, they are replicas of Michelle. They look like her. They are resemblance of her.
there's a resemblance both in the stature and
Correct.
physical.
Yeah. So how did that come if she wasn't a woman? Who gave birth to those girls that looks like that really resembles her? Looks like her.
Of course, you know how surrogacy. You know about surrogacy.
But
Uh,
surrogacy now, surrogacy will be from the man meeting another woman or whatever. But my point is, these girls do not look like Barack. They look like their mother, like Michelle. And if Michelle is originally, excuse me, a man, how come those girls look they look so much like her?
there's also something that we must mention. You know, um, after Clinton,
Yes.
after Clinton, Obama was supposed to be the next Democratic president, right?
Yes. It took over
Mhm.
from no George Bush.
George Bush was a Republican. I'm
Yeah,
talking of
Republic. Okay,
Democrat.
Democrat. Okay, Democrat. Okay, yeah, Democrat president. Yeah.
You know the what happened during the scandal during Obama and Clinton's
Clinton.
time.
Yes, correct.
When it came to Barack Obama and Michelle, you know, they went to extraordinary lengths to choreograph their life as president and first lady, so that no single scandal in the 8 years that Obama ruled,
Yeah.
there was no single
No scandal. Yeah,
scandal that got to the airwaves. Does it mean that there was no scandal, or it was that it was suppressed
it was
so that it
suppressed.
did not come up?
Yeah.
So you can put all these things into perspective. Perhaps there were things that happened but were suppressed, and they didn't see the light of day. So anything can be speculated upon in that manner if the speculation that they are heading for divorce is true. You can factor in all manner of speculations into
No,
it.
no. At this point, honestly, that divorce of a thing is, to me, I believe it's true. Like I said, the personalities that are peddling this rumor right now are respected journalists that they don't say what they don't know. They don't peddle what they do. And especially in the US, everybody is so careful about defamation. Defamation in the US can cost you millions of dollars. So they, these are of course media organizations that I watch are media organizations that are very very respected. People who don't say something until they see evidence. So, but even though they are not saying verbatim that it is happening, but they are actually they are they are also peddling this rumor, but this time around they are giving oxygen to this rumor by actually quoting some people, um nameless people who said this or said that or said that or said this, people probably who are close to the Obamas, sort of. So anyway, my point is, in the history of the Donald Trump is the 45th president of the US. Um, because we have had Donald Trump, this is his second term. Um,
47th.
no, 45th. We have 45 presidents so far. Why said we have? I think about they said 100 years ago we had the same issue. What Donald Trump just did now? This comeback. After he lost election, the first time he only did first time, lost election, and came back again, recontested after a president was a different president was elected and came back, just like what happened to Joe. So that made them there. But Donald Trump is this is the 47th time someone is ruling the US. 47th time. But the personalities are 45. I don't know if you understand my calculation. Okay. All right. So all the 45, there is no record of divorce, either as presidents or ex-presidents. So if this is happening, now I want to come to the reason why Obama's case, why if this divorce is true or comes to light, why it will come to light, or why it will happen. Um, now, first, honestly, it would be a very big shame to the Obamas, because these people have carried themselves with a kind of a level of pride. I don't even like that, especially that both of them. I don't even like them. I've always look. The right word is hate. I hate both of them. I hate the Obamas. I hate the Obamas, not their personalities, not their persons. I just hate their policy. Even when I remember when he was a president, when he was even contesting against McCain, John McCain, the late John McCain. Then I've always been against Obama because of his policies. In fact, Obama is the one who laid the foundation of this U.S. decline, and that is why he was the one who ruled the US under Donald. He was the third. In fact, it's generally in the conservative cycle, it's believed that the theory is that it's not even theory. We have there are signs that the Joe Biden was being guided or directed by someone behind the scene, and that person was Obama, and that's just it. Now, Barrister, let me ask you: should this divorce, should this divorce um really come to light, that means it is unprecedented. What do you think could be the reason behind it? Because the truth is, it's not going to be a really slap on their faces, the couple. It's because it's also going to be a shameful thing, because people, this couple are the one of the most loved apart from Clinton. I don't know between of because Clinton was very popular. People loved him when he was the president. A sort of, it is he Clinton. It is the wife they don't that like, because the wife is so authoritative, so people don't even like her. A sort of, but Michelle and her husband, people love her so much. She's really well loved. So, and people respect them for this love affair that is between both of them. But for such thing, if such thing happens, it's really going to deal a deep blow, something that both of them, none of them will ever be able to recover. The public image, they will never be able to recover their public image. What do you think could be the reason behind it? That is, if it comes out to be true, what do you think could be the reason for um for their divorce? Not their own personal reasons. So I mean, why the divorce um is why they will become the victim. Okay, that's the right word. Forget about them, their personal reasons, but why they will become the victim of divorce.
Uh, I can only say that if the rumors are true, it could you can narrow it down to very few things, most important of which will be infidelity.
No,
No, I'm coming.
that's not my question. That's not what I
Okay.
mean. Again, I said forget about their personal reasons why they choose which of them, whoever is doing it, whoever is filing for divorce, whatever. I want you to take it holistically as an institution. What do you think could be the reason behind them being the victim, the both of them being the victim of divorce? Forget about their personal reasons. I don't know how I can frame it for you to understand. Okay,
Eh,
let me give a reason. Probably that will give you. Let me give my own reason. So probably that will give you an beam light to what my the question, give you better understanding. Now, I think if it happens that the rumor is true, it's because other presidents, why they will be different, that this will be unprecedented with them. They fall because they fall actually into um, a cycle that no other U.S. president fell into. What I mean is these people are not they were not, and they are not just public figures. To one thing is to be a public figure, and another thing is to be technically, another thing is to be a celebrity. I don't know if you understand what I mean. These are two different personalities. Barrister, do you understand me? Do you agree with me on this?
to a certain
You
extent,
can be a president, which is a public figure, but not a celebrity.
and forget that they did not acquire their celebrity status before being president.
Correct.
It's their celebrity status by virtue of being president and first lady.
Now, why can't you? We have the other 44 presidents and first ladies. Why can't you refer to them as celebrities? If what gave them that celebrity status is presidency, why can't you refer to them as celebrities, the past presidents or couples?
Number one, uh, don't forget, Obama's presidency was also very consequential at the time, being that for the first time, a person classified as an African American became the president of the United States. I watched the inauguration. I watched the election. I saw the interest, not just in America, but throughout the world during that election. I watched the inauguration. It brought people, millions of people were driven to tears.
We all watched it, yeah.
There was a lot of hope. Now, during
Me,
and
I never
after,
had any hope. I pitied the
there
US.
was
In
a
fact,
lot of
I
hope.
saw. Okay, go ahead. Sorry to cut you short.
Now, during and after Obama's presidency, Obama transmuted to a kind of mafia, had a mafia status. He has been controlling the Democratic establishment and the liberal establishment. He is one of, if not the main controllers of the liberal establishment in the US.
Yeah.
Today, he has achieved that status. And the wife, because they had managed their affairs in such a way that no kind of bad publicity followed them, the wife herself conducted herself with grace and she became loved. That celebrity status attached to her. Now, behind the scenes, Barack Obama continued to direct the affairs of the Democratic Party. And as you rightly said, a lot of people believe that he was in his third term when Joe Biden won. And he was the one behind the throne at the time. So these factors distinguish him from other presidents who, after they left office, did not have the influence, did not have the control of the party that Obama has. And then Obama was not a white man. He was an African American, which gave him another unique angle to both his power, to both his celebrity status, both during his election, during his presidency, and after, until today, he's having that. So he is not in the mode of other presidents that have come, 45 of them, or more, less of them that have come. And each of them had their own peculiar circumstances at their own time. Most of them, their celebrity status did not last long because they no longer had, at a point, they lost control of affairs of the establishment.
All right.
Obama is still having it till today.
All right.
And that has also attached to his wife. So
All right.
you can see that they are distinguishable from the other presidents.
All right. All right. Thank you so much, Barrister. Yes, the point you made is one of the points. My mind didn't go there, but that's not actually where I am headed. But I think it's the point is, I think it makes sense. But my point is this. Now, why I think they will, if it happens, if truly it happens, while they will be a victim of divorce is because they actually gave room to it. When I say they as a union, they gave room to it. They bought into this idea of celebrity. When he became president, Obama went hobnobbing. There is no president in the history of the U.S. that no couple, no presidential couple ever hobnobbed at the level of the same level Obama and Michelle hobnobbed with celebrities, musicians, actors. That is all those California all those Californian celebrities who are musicians and actors and actresses. What do you call them? What other arts or whatever? Look. They went deep into them like no man business. So that is why, that is how and why they became celebrities. They are not just, that's why they are not just public figures, they are celebrities. And Americans love them as not as former presidential couples, but as celebrities. That is where the love came from, because Obama is obviously, that's one thing I love about him. I hate his ideas, I hate his policies, I hate everything about what he thinks and the way he sees life and world in his head. But I love the talent God blessed him with. The man is an orator. The man is eloquent. The man is charismatic. So he has that charisma to attract public love and charm. So that is just the reality. So, and Michelle, again, as ugly as she is, because she's very, very ugly. Only that woman ugly past like no man business. But at the same time, she too is charismatic. She's Both of them are lawyers, of course. So you expect that she's charismatic and she's eloquent as well. So both of them, I think they are a good pair, a sort of. So this actually made them to be attractive. This made them actually to be attracted to the celebrity world. And they themselves, the way they became president now, of course, they got to a position where they never expected. They never expected to be there where they got. So the thing got over their head, and the man just kept socializing. That's why we watched videos where they dance. Obama, very, very, very entertaining guy. He dances well, and he has real good swagger. The wife do the same thing. So they were just behaving like youths. And of course, they were youths then. They were youths. There's no doubt about that. So they were behaving like the youths that they were. So, and that is just the reality. And of course, we know what happens with celebrity marriages. And that same spirit is what is hitting them. That just is reality. Because I'm yet to see a celebrity marriage or celebrity couple that have lasted the test their entire life together as husband and wife. I'm yet to see, and I think, okay, correct me. I stand to be corrected. There's no doubt about it. There may be skirmishes of them. There's no doubt about it. I'm not saying there is none. Me personally, I can't remember. No one comes to mind at this point. Which means what I'm saying, what I'm implying is that it is a common thing. It is an overwhelming attitude or an overwhelming situation in the celebrity world. Their marriages don't last.
It's not all of them, though. A few of them have maintained their marriages.
That's what I said.
But the majority of them, their marriages do clash.
Did my volume cease when I was saying this? That's exactly what I just mentioned. That
their marriages clash mostly because two celebrities cannot coexist.
That is the point.
For a long time, because one must be superior to the other. The marriage to last. So when you have two celebrities that are equal in strength, it's going to be very difficult.
Yeah, that's the point.
One must be lower than the other for the marriage to coexist and last for long. That is why most celebrity marriages collapse.
So yeah, back to Obama and Michelle. So that is just the point. That is the reason why they are. If it is true, that is the reason why they will be victims of divorce, because they actually opened the door to divorce. That is just the reality. Their lifestyle, because they live a very lavish celebrity lifestyle. It's like a passion to them. They love it. And that is just it. I believe,
and even I used to tell people that Clinton's marriage survived for the sole reason that the wife was super ambitious. She wanted to become president. So she needed to maintain the marriage
status, yeah.
For her ambition. That, I believe, is the only reason that made that marriage to survive in the light of Monica Lewinsky's scandal and other scandals. There were many other scandals infidelity attached to Clinton that did not
No,
achieve the
I don't.
notoriety of
Yeah,
Monica Lewinsky.
I partially I agree with you. I agree and disagree with you. Now, my point is this: why I disagree is, um, I think Clinton, just like you said, she was ambitious. There's no doubt about that. But at the same time, that is not totally the reason why she stuck to Clinton. She just wanted to remain relevant, and she wanted to, because she knows she just kind of she's Clinton is a very smart woman. She's a lawyer too. So she gauged the mood. Of course, she's an American. She gauged the mood of Americans. She knew she wanted to attract the love of Americans, a sort of, because not naturally the public will always stick to a woman who stands by her husband in times like this, a sort of. So that is just the reality. And secondly, she just felt that um, eh, every president does that. Powerful men, they flirt around. There's no doubt about that. Their wife, you think their wife don't know? They know now. They know. They know that most of these women, all those presidents and politicians or whatever, they do all those things. Sort of. So some women cannot tolerate it. Some women can tolerate it. And Clinton, just like you said, she was ambitious, and she was in the she was in the atmosphere of power, and so she was just enjoying it, and she didn't want to lose it. And that, I think,
What
that
you
is
are
just
saying
it.
is not radically different from each other. If I recall, when you go back into Clinton and the wife Hillary's history, their ambition to rule the United States started from the time they were in the university together. That
Yes,
is when they began to,
yes, I think they wrote a book about
both
that.
of them, harbored that ambition that each of them would be president. And when the husband first became president, it now became the turn of the wife. She didn't want anything to upset that.
That
This is an
plan.
ambition that had come for almost
Yeah,
40
I think
years.
the
I'll
detail
come
of
up with
such came out, I think, during that election when they were contesting with Donald Trump. Yeah, their plans and all that
exactly.
stuff.
So she could not stand anything that will broach or affect that ambition to be. And now, after the presidency, after she realized now that she can no longer be president, there's no point in leaving the marriage. They are
All
old.
right.
Clinton is old and sick, and
Yeah.
you just take it across the line.